You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. To upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com. Visit our new and improved video gallery showing you the latest weather news, your videos, and more. Only on theweathernetwork.com.
It's the weekend. Here's a couple things you need to know from the Weather Network. All that water for us to cool down in. However, there are so many beaches across Canada that we can't swim at because the E. coli levels are actually pretty high. That's not what we needed to hear about on this, a very muggy weekend. For most of the country, update on active weather right now gets us to southern Ontario. The Pan Am Games began yesterday. Toronto was just like this. You know about the HOV lanes if you live in Toronto. 3 people or more in the vehicles, or you're not allowed to drive in those lanes. Anyway, traffic was not bad, and that's the kind of a day it was yesterday in southern Ontario. You know, if you live in Toronto. Pan Am Games today. I'll share with you the water temperatures in the Great Lakes. If you can stay for just a little bit, it'll actually kind of surprise you. Some differences. Anyway, humidex values up over 30 today, and even hotter than that across the west. Let's talk about Atlantic Canada for a minute. It's coolish with some drizzle in parts of Newfoundland. The 3 maritime provinces are absolutely beautiful. Quebec is at risk for thunderstorms, heat and humidity, and some isolated thunderstorms. The story is the same across much of northern Ontario today. And again, that's what your thermometer will say. The humidex value will make it feel even warmer than that. Be on the watch for some isolated storms and wait till you hear about what's happening across the west. Details in a second. First, it's time for Share Your Weather. We like to use the hashtag Share Your Weather and then get your photos and your videos of what the weather's like where you are. So you can hit me up on Twitter, right? My Twitter feed's there. Can't wait to hear from you, no matter where you are in the world. Like Cassie here. Look.
Ciao, friends. We're in Florence, Italy. It's a beautiful day. It's about 30 degrees. There's not a cloud in the sky. We just wanted to say buongiorno. Buongiorno. Kiki. Eyebrow.
Buongiorno. And actually, it'll be a very warm day today in Italy. So, by the way, at our website, theweathernetwork.com, you can get forecasts for cities all around the world. Anyway, share your weather is the hashtag to use, no matter where you are. Okay, I told you I had a really neat story about Western Canada. This is a look at water vapor in the atmosphere. The little orange lines, that's very dry air, but there's this big surge coming in from the Pacific, and that actually translates up to what's going on in southern Canada. It's actually fueling a lot of these storms that break out in Alberta and on into Saskatchewan. This is a measure of CAPE. CAPE is kind of a fancy meteorology word. It means convective, available, potential energy. So it's how much energy is available in the atmosphere to start storms. And when you see these purples, that's about 2,000 or 3,000 joules of energy in the atmosphere. That's a lot of energy. The thing is, there's not a lot of upper level winds to help get these storms really wound up. Oh, they'll be strong. They'll produce heavy downpours of rain, possibly some isolated hailstorms too, but the opportunity for tornadoes to develop is not as high. But still, to say that the storms won't be bad would be an understatement. In southern Manitoba, southern Saskatchewan, and southern Alberta, you are at risk for some very strong storms, not only today, but tomorrow too. And much of it is because of the humidity in the atmosphere. Look at your temperatures Sunday afternoon with thunderstorms. It'll be as warm today, but the humidex values would be mid to upper 30s, and in some case, like Manitoba, over 40 Celsius. It's also dangerously dry. Look at Prince Rupert, the wettest city in the country. The May to July average rainfall is 365 millimeters. This year, so far, only 47. We'll update the fires in just a minute.
Go to theweathernetwork.com for an in-depth analysis on the science behind the forecast. Find exclusive articles straight from the meteorologist.